Bangkok, AP, the war in Ukraine, great power rivalry Asia, inflation and food and energy shortages are on the agenda as leaders prepare for the third back-to-back gathering this week, a Pacific Rim summit taking place in a heavily guarded venue in Thailand's capital. Leaders from the 21-member Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum will meet formally in closed-door sessions Friday and Saturday. For some, it will be at least the third such opportunity for face-to-face talks in the past 2 weeks, though the U.S. is represented in Bangkok by Vice President Kamala Harris, who is attending instead of President Joe Biden. The two Asian powers have a history of tense relations, a legacy of Japan's World War II aggression compounded by territorial disputes and China's growing military might. A Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson, Mao Ning, said the encounter would carry great importance. She, Harris, and French President Emmanuel Macron will also speak at a business conference held just ahead of the summit meetings that is mostly closed to media apart from outlets sponsoring the event. The APEC meeting this year takes place amidst a dual jeopardy. We need not be reminded of the severe security conflicts that know not what victory looks like. Meanwhile, the world is staring at the hyperinflation married to recession, a broken supply chain and scarcity and climate calamities, Don Pramudwinai, Thailand's foreign minister said in opening a meeting of foreign ministers and commerce ministers who were working on draft statements due to be issued after the summit. Apparently alluding to Russia and recent condemnation of its war on Ukraine, he also said there was a growing cancel mentality that makes any compromise appear impossible. What we are going to do is to have all economies agree on a set of targets: climate change mitigation, sustainable trade and investment, environment resources conservation and, of course, waste management, said Churchai Shevavid, Director General of Thailand's Department of International Economic Affairs. This is the first time that APEC is going to talk about this. This is the first time that we are going to open a new chapter in how trade, business, investment should be done. Leaders from the 21 economies on both sides of the Pacific Ocean often take the opportunity to conduct bilateral talks and discuss side deals. The Latin American contingent comes from Chile, Mexico, and Peru. Other members are Australia, Brunei, Canada, China, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, the Philippines, Russia, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, the United States, and Vietnam. Russian President Vladimir Putin and Biden are no-shows this year. Putin has been avoiding international forums where he would be showered with criticism over the invasion of Ukraine. Biden will be hosting his granddaughter's wedding at the White House. Biden is giving ground to China in the competition for friends and influence in Southeast Asia by skipping the APEC meetings. But U.S. officials say Washington has demonstrated its seriousness in relations with the region through frequent visits by cabinet members including Secretary of Defense Lloyd J. Austin III and other key senior officials. As host, Thailand invited 3 special guests to the meeting: the French President Macron, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, and Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen, who is to represent the Association of Southeast Asian Nations but will not attend after getting COVID-19. This is a good opportunity that Mohammed bin Salman is visiting Thailand and both countries will resume a good economic relationship after over 30 years, the chairman of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, Sananang Yabokal, told the Associated Press. To have the French president join us also shows how important this region is. The war in Ukraine remains a likely thorn in APEC's consensus-oriented efforts. None of the earlier APEC meetings this year issued statements due to disagreements over whether to mention the conflict. Skeptics doubt the meeting will accomplish much. This APEC is only a photo opportunity for leaders. Its agenda has drawn much less attention than the ASEAN Summit and G20. Virat Ali, a political scientist at Thailand's Thammasat University, told the Associated Press, "I don't think we will see any progress from APEC. The current geopolitics, trade war, COVID-19, and Russia-Ukraine war are the issues that people are paying more attention to and feeling more impact from," he said.